Welcome to the You Feel Me podcast. How's everyone doing this morning? Bless up. What's going on, my G? What's going on,
What's
bro?
good, everybody? Fearless, how you feeling, man? Good to see you, man.
Man, I'm good. I'm blessed up, man. Living the dream. Computer acting like a jerk. Got to bring out the big ass headphones. I hate it.
Oh man, got to bring it back to 2000 and what? 7? 2000.
2002, whatever it is. Oh man, so it's been a crazy ass week like always, but glad that you're here with us this morning, man.
Yep.
Um, what's going on, my G? Got homage here, man. How you doing, big homie? Hope everything is lovely with you up in the NYC.
Homage was
Uh,
good, man.
so Wayne, man, how's it feeling down there, man?
You know what? The temperature's been really nice, man. It hasn't been too cold. It's been around the 60s, 70s, so that hasn't been too bad. What else is happening around here, man? Not too much. Just same old Atlanta, same old Georgia, man. You are not missing much at all out here, bro. We going through the same thing that everybody else is going through, unfortunately.
Yeah,
You
man.
know.
I do miss Atlanta, man. We actually here in Dallas, we had a damn snowstorm
Hmm.
this week, and we basically had everything get shut down for 2 days because of the ice.
Yeah.
So that's
So did
great.
you get prepared for it?
I mean, yeah, I'm working at that damn grocery store part time, so I ain't really had no problem not getting no resources. But we had shit from the last storm from 2 weeks ago. So from
Yeah.
the last snowstorm, we still got water bottles. I bought a that damn gas power heater that's probably gonna kill us because the
The
carbon
fumes.
dioxide and
Yeah.
shit. But it's supposed to be it's
Yeah.
supposed to be carbon dioxide safe. But you put these little canister in there. I bought that bullshit for $60 that I didn't have. And then we got like a butane stove and shit. We got all types of stupid stuff, man. Heated slippers. So yeah, I mean, and we ain't
Well,
use none
y'all,
of it because
y'all
last year the
ready for
power
the
went out.
ice age, man? Yeah, y'all be Jay's nigga. Yo, y'all, Jimmy be preparing, man, for real, y'all. Seriously,
Yeah,
that
man, I
nigga
ain't playing
prepared for
around.
anything in life, yo.
I'm not playing. So, I had to every time we're gonna have a snowstorm and the power might go out, I always make sure all the guns are loaded, placed all over the house. I got a gun in every room, make sure the AR nice and ready. So I just try to make sure I'm prepared. Cause motherfuckers be breaking in cribs when power go out because they desperate. Then you got get all the ice together and put all the stuff in the cooler. So I ain't do none of that shit last time this time because I ain't feel like the power was gonna go out. And it didn't.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
they
yeah,
shut down work early and shit. These man, they ain't got no ice out here, like no salt. You know how you supposed to put salt on the ground? They don't
right,
got.
yeah,
They have none of that here. So if it rains ice, bro, they shut down schools. They shut
yeah,
down the highway. It was like 32 people that got into a car accident over the
yeah,
past 2 days. I'm like, man, where I'm from, 10 degrees and 5 feet of snow ain't shit. Like that's normal. You know what I mean?
right, right.
So it's just weird, like living in the South or whatever Texas is. Texas is own country. So that's how it's been for us, man, and everything like that, bro.
That's right, man. Texas and Florida, man. Y'all some weirdo ass states, yo. Y'all literally the weirdest states in America, man.
Yeah, and I just feel like everyone that's from those states or like, be visiting them states, they know it gets bugged out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell
Mm-hmm.
everybody like, yo, like Florida's its own country, Texas is its own continent, man. Like that shit should not be attached to anything,
Word.
honestly, because we got some crazy laws out here. You can't be getting an abortion out this place.
Wow,
So
man.
it's like
That's
it's like
that's
4 weeks.
wild, bro.
You don't
Yeah.
even most women don't even know they pregnant 4 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can't do nothing out here. But you can get a gun. Like my this guy I work with, he bought a gun online. It went to like some factory that was local or whatever, and his girlfriend picked it up.
Damn.
It's not even
So
her.
you don't need like ID
It ain't
to
even
go
gotta
and get
be.
a weapon. You
No,
don't. Okay. All
it
right.
doesn't even have to be in your name.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, whatever. But man, so I know you had some stuff you wanted to share, some like RIPs for this week. We kind of try to do that every week. You want to go ahead, bro, and tell us about
Yeah.
that?
This is actually a pretty big RIP, man. This is actually near and dear to our hearts, to everyone's hearts, man. And seeing as how this is the last weekend of Black History Month. Um, today is also the anniversary, I guess you can call it, of the 10-year anniversary of when Trayvon Martin was shot and killed um, by George Zimmerman when the guy was just going to get something to snack on from the store.
Some Skittles and shit.
Yeah, yeah, and I think Trayvon was 17 years old, and young guy, young kid, and I think we all know the whole story. I don't want to, just bring up all the negativity that they brought against him when after he passed away. But we know that George Zimmerman was acquitted, and he's walking the streets freely, and signing Arizona cans and Skittle packets because he thinks that I guess he thinks he's a hero, or he thinks he's a comedian or something. But either way, Trayvon Martin was murdered 10 years ago today, and for those who do pray, for whoever it is that you believe in, what we're going to do is we're going to give a quick moment of silence for Trayvon and his family, and for all of us really who had to go through that and who have to still go through that, because at the end of the day, we still have to walk the streets as well. You know what I mean? And
Word.
we still got to go to store just to, feed our family, protect our family, or go out and have fun, So it was a very scary moment for all of us, because Trayvon could have been all of us, and it still can be, unfortunately. So we're going to go give a quick moment of silence to Trayvon and to all of us out there, man. And so, fearless, man. Let's go ahead and do it real quick, bro.
Word up.
Right on, man. Right.
Yeah,
We
power to
just
the
want to,
people.
no doubt, man. We love y'all, man, and just continue to be safe.
Yeah, and if you old enough and you can, man, stay strapped.
God damn, man,
Hey,
bro.
man,
I
I'm
mean, you ain't
sorry. I
wrong,
know.
bro. I was
All
trying
right,
to,
then. I
but
mean,
damn,
we.
I was keep it
I
on a
mean,
positive tip, bro.
if he had even if he had just like a little knife on him, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. We might be having a whole different conversation.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yo, man, for real. That's the one thing people be forgetting, man. Self-preservation is number one priority in this piece. For real, bro. You better take it back to the caveman days. Shit.
Yeesh, bro.
Protect your neck. Ain't that what they say? All right, man.
Protect your neck. Speaking of protecting your neck, please go to youfeelmepodcast.bigcartel.com while we have y'all's attention, and go and please pick up one of these beautiful hoodies, the Getting Jiggy with a hoodie. Okay.
Or
Also,
just pick up
Fearless
a
is
cup.
wearing the You Feel Me, that too. You Feel Me band hoodie. Also, get you a nice little mug here for the Lowski Woski. Support your boys. Help support us, man. We appreciate it. Thank y'all so very much. Just wanted to
Word
throw
up.
that out there, man.
Word. So also I want to let everybody know, man, that please go ahead and hit the like button. If you join the video, hit the like button. Actually helps with like the algorithm suggesting us to more people and shit. And we're trying to get our numbers up, obviously. So go ahead, hit the like button. It only takes a few seconds, and it really does make a massive difference. So, all right, man. Since we got the everything out the way, whoop de whoop.
Mm-hmm.
So this podcast, this live, we wanted to kind of focus on the war that's going on. And I know you might be like,
Oh man.
whoa, y'all talking about bombs? Yeah. The reason why is
Uh,
because I feel like me and Wayne was talking about it. We feel like our community is underserved with information
mhm.
regarding this war and how it's actually going to affect us. So if you don't know what we're talking about, you probably do. Ukraine versus Russia. How is that going to affect us in America? Certainly, as I say, America, certainly with the fact that it's so far away, 2,000-3,000 miles away. Well, it's a lot of ways that it's going to affect us, and it's a lot of things that I think that you can prepare for if this conflict continues to go on. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know in the comments, has anyone seen like any videos or pictures on the internet of like the war? Because I saw something where this dude was in a car driving
Mm-hmm.
and this tank rolled over him. Did you see that?
I didn't see that video. I think I saw the picture after. The dude made it out safely, though. Is that the
Yeah,
same?
yeah, they
Yeah, I
pulled him
saw that
out,
picture. They
but like
demolished that car, bro.
they demolished that car, and I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, it's crazy though because there was other cars driving on the highway. So I'm like, do you just like fuck this motherfucker and just like I'm gonna run over him? Like
Yeah.
what are y'all doing? I personally believe like a lot of them soldiers are drunk and they just bugging out. They just
I
wilding
think
out.
they are who they are, man. Like I think they just do not care about human life. They're just so into whatever Putin is feeding them and giving them that is just yo. I don't see anybody else if they don't have on a Russian uniform, then run them over, kill them.
Yeah, it's
Like
on.
you know what I mean? They don't see these human beings as human beings. They see them as just they're just expendable. Like get rid of them. So man, it may be possible they are drunk. There's that stereotype that Russians they be drinking their liquor, they vodka and all that. So I'm not saying you're wrong, but I definitely do believe that without alcohol, they still be acting the same way.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like I saw this other video where the dude was like, yo, you know what I mean? Uh like the Ukrainians, I do like because like do you know like the Klitschko brothers, you know who they are? The boxing dudes, they were heavyweight champions for like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
The Klitschko's, Vladimir and Vitali, I believe, Klitschko. They
Kind of
two,
rings a bell a
yeah,
little
they
bit.
two like Ivan Drago looking motherfuckers.
All
So they
right.
they from they from the Ukraine, and they
Yeah.
was like, yo, we like one of them is a mayor in Ukraine, in the Ukraine, and he was like, he want to go, he want to be president one day, which he probably does because he got all the bread and everything. So
Hold
he
up,
like,
that's the dude. Is that the dude that stayed back and he on the front lines?
nah. That's the president,
That's right.
the
Okay, all
actual
right,
president. He's on
all
the
right.
front lines, him and his cabinet and like his like security detail. They like, yo, we
Mhm,
not giving up. Fuck these motherfuckers. So the dude I'm talking about, they boxing champions, they legends, man, and they out
mhm,
there on the front lines, like, yo, we ain't letting nobody take America or take our country or none of that shit. And we fighting. So the Ukrainian people are fighting, man. Like I seen a bunch of videos where they like, yo, you Russian motherfucking dogs, y'all come through here, we smoking y'all. And they got weapons too, like regular old people.
yeah.
So I'm like, do they just pass out AK-47s out there like they like candy? Like, does it come with you when you get your birth certificate? Like, what the fuck, yo? So I'm proud of them people like fighting because I
Mhm.
feel like that's some shit we would do here too. Like, let a motherfucking Russian invader come up in here. You lost your fucking mind. Uh, It's gonna be some people that do side with them because on Fox News, I ain't seen some people actually siding with Putin.
Yeah, of
Which
course.
because Trump said that he was good. He said he's doing a good job, and I was just like, this nigga, what are you
Mhm.
talking about, bro? But anyway, man. So what have you seen, Wayne, in terms of like the propaganda and the information that's been shared about the war?
Propaganda, none yet. None yet. I don't really see a whole lot of propaganda. What I have seen is, I guess, just complete destruction so far.
Right.
And I've seen, it seems a little unreal to me, but also on the flip, it seems like, yeah, of course, something like this will happen. I don't know why someone like Putin is even still alive. Like you and I were talking about this before the episode, and I'm like, yo, the day he met Obama and shook hands with him should have been like his last day living. Bro, they should have wrapped him up, kidnapped him, did one of them movie shits where they, put the string over his neck and pulled him in the
Mhm.
back and shit. And yo, they could have off this nigga such a long time ago, man. But that's how I feel. I also wanted to, what I wanted to do about the war too is I wanted to explain to people why it's happening.
Right.
And I think that that's a big thing that us, more so black people, don't really take the time out to figure out or learn why this is really happening or why it's important. We just see it happening and we know it's bad. You know, we know it shouldn't happen. But one of these things that we don't do is take the time out to learn about it.
Yeah, we don't.
You know,
So go ahead. Can you shed some light on why this is happening?
so here's my thing. All right, here's my thing. So I got my examples for it, I got like two different examples for the war, right? So it's one, it seems like it's a country club. Have you ever seen those movies or you heard the stories of there's a black man that wants to
Hmm.
join this elite country club,
Right.
right? And everybody he comes in and oh, he's fresh and he's new and we haven't seen black people like this before. And people start liking him and it's like, oh, okay, he's a good guy. He's a good dude. You're like, we can invite him in. But there's always that one hater. And that hater
Hmm.
is always that person that that gets all the girls, and they have all the money, and they treat people like shit because their father is they own like a fucking mustard company or something, so they got millies on top of millies and shit. So that person acts like an asshole in a country club and does
Right.
everything to try to shit on this black person and get them to not be able to join this elite country club.
Right
That's
though.
how I
Okay.
feel with this. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I feel like Ukraine is trying to join EU and NATO,
Hmm.
and Russia's come in and is like, no, we don't want that because we think they're a filthy country and they don't deserve to be in here along with us. And of course, they want like some land or some shit like that, right?
Oil resources, all of that shit, gold,
And that's what I'm saying. It's
whatever.
on that country club shit, man. And also, have you ever seen the movie School Ties? It has
Remind me
Brandon
what's
Fraser.
about.
So it was Brandon Fraser and it had Matt Damon in it. So it was about, I think he was either going to this elite college or high school,
Hmm.
and Brandon Fraser was Jewish.
Okay.
And he tried to hide that from everybody because, of course, back it was based like on in the 40s or 50s, something like that. And people were prejudiced back then, and Matt Damon and all his friends, they didn't like Jewish people because they were good, hardworking Christians or whatever the hell, right? So eventually, they found out that Brendan Fraser was a Jewish person, right?
Okay.
After that, they just made his life a living hell, and they just brought it to his attention every time, and swastikas all over the place, and he
God
tried to stay
damn.
there and stand his ground and stand firm, and he did everything he had to do to not just up and leave just because they were treating him prejudiciously.
Right.
But that's what I think of. That's another example that I think of when I think of this war. You know, you don't want to include this person in because they're a little different, right? So I think that whatever makes Russia believe that Ukraine is a filthy or dirty country or state, however you want to, excuse me, whatever you want to call it, is
Hmm.
stopping them from joining NATO. And my thing is, he's just kind of sitting back there acting like, first of all, how did he get so much power to where he can go up to NATO and the EU and be like, no, keep them out because it's going to sully what we have going on now? I think that's absolute bullshit. How one man can have so much power to where the one thing that tries to keep peace between all the nations is actually fucking listening to him.
Right.
That's nuts. That's why this dude needs to be. I don't know if we can say it on YouTube. We're probably not going to get monetized for it, but the dude needs to be handled. He needs to be handled, and he could have been handled. Yes, I know it may start a light war. Yes, I know he has some underground people he may call up, or some people may call up if we offer him. I don't know, but I honestly believe that they're just trying to keep Ukraine out, just because Ukraine is probably a decent country. I don't know, right? But I don't know, why can't Ukraine get the same protections as every other country that's in NATO and the EU? Or is there something that I didn't that I'm not getting, or that I didn't pick up on? Like, what the hell is going on? How did Putin get so much power to where they're listening to him? And what makes Ukraine so bad that they can't join NATO?
All right, so I can actually answer those questions a little bit from my perspective and shit I've looked up. So when it comes to taking them out, let's go ahead and read the comments. So I'm gonna say he's seen it all. He been on there. He's seen everything that's on the internet, because I know we all like interested. Certainly, how it's going to
Mm-hmm.
affect America, and people worrying about this shit gonna be World War III. And I personally
Yeah.
feel like, what I mean, yeah, this is like a precursor to this shit, because this is how it happens historically. One country get out of line, what I mean, give them an inch, these motherfuckers take a goddamn mile, and then we bum bum. Next thing you know, it's whole everybody getting drafted. So uh what's going on, Marty? Thanks for joining, man. What's up, man? We all good. Appreciate you coming through. Courtney said, take them out, pew pew. And Hamid
Jesus Christ.
said we can't afford to get involved militarily because of nuclear war threat, which
Right.
is the
Right.
reason why he hasn't been smoked yet.
Right.
Because just like North Korea and China, they won't give up their nuclear deposits or nuclear war chests. This is what's the most fucked up shit about all of this shit. So Ukraine was a part of the Soviet Union.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how they be like, yo, the Berlin Wall fell. All that shit happened
Right.
like in the 80s and shit, right? Or like early 90s. I can't remember. I think it was the 80s.
Yeah, I think it
So
was 80s.
when the Berlin Wall fell, all those little countries separated. And then Russia just became like Russia. So the Soviet Union was part of Russia, and that was all, Russia, and then like Ukraine and Kyrgyzstan, Turkestan, Turkey, all of that shit there was all part of like this the civil the Soviet Union. And that all was handled by like the KGB. Putin's part of the KGB. He was in the KGB, but he became president in the 2000s, right? So the NATO and the United Nations, we went up to Ukraine and was like, "Yo, give up your nuclear program, and we will protect you if you get invaded." They did that, and we didn't. We never let them technically join NATO.
Mm-hmm.
So if they had an actual nuclear, like nuclear weapons, they would actually be more protected from Russia. Because they could be like, yo, if you fuck with us, we're gonna bomb your shit, you're gonna bomb our shit, we just gonna bomb each other. That was keep a lot of these motherfuckers in line. That's what keeps us from not going up in the Russia and you know what I mean, smoking this motherfucker, keeping it 100. That's what keep us from going to China and killing Wu
Now
Tang and all of
that's
them.
now
That's
that's
what
the
keeps us from it.
now that's different from the treaty that Putin signed that and he ripped up, right?
Yeah, that's different. That was
Right.
something else. And that's the reason why now we putting all these sanctions on him,
Mm-hmm.
sanctions on Putin. So that's the reason why Putin wants to have Ukraine so he can have a further foothold on the countries that are close to him
Mm-hmm.
and them having actual military capabilities that are provided by the United Nations. Because if Ukraine joins NATO, that means that we can roll up in there and give them all types of weapons, nukes, whatever the fuck we want to give them. And it won't just be us, it'll be, England, and Great Britain, basically, and anyone that wants to actually provide them with weapons and security.
Mm-hmm.
And that actually puts Russia at risk. So that's the reason why all of this shit has happened, because Putin wants to control Ukraine, make them a Russian state, not really make them part of Russia, but make them a Russian state. So if some shit pops off, they got another ally aligned with them. But Cameron said that this is mutually assured destruction. Exactly, bro. That's exactly what this is. But that's the reason why Putin wants them, and that's the reason why they can't really join NATO, because we said we wanted them in there and took their nukes away and made sure they didn't have no nuclear program.
Mm-hmm.
But we ain't really helping them. We provided them with some money and with some military, but we were supposed, since they're technically an ally, we were supposed to come out there and provide like 100,000 troops
Right.
and be like, yo, y'all fuck with them, you fucking with us. But Biden doesn't want to do that, because he know that if we have an escalation with Russia, we might go into full out war.
Right.
And that ain't good. Because Russia will come here. They don't give a fuck. So Hamid said Putin needs access to their ports for trading purposes because Russia waters are frozen. I truly do believe that it could be a part of it as well. Because they're like, Russia's technically like landlocked, and they have a limited like exports. So, all right, Wayne, let's talk about how is this going to affect us as Americans.
Okay.
What do you think?
So as Americans or as Black Americans, because I feel either way, I feel like they're kind of one and the same. If this becomes a war, I feel like Black Americans are just going to become regular Americans, and it won't matter. Skin color will not matter. I think this is one of those situations where when it comes to war, skin color is not an issue. Just like when 9/11 happened, we were so against everybody else that it wasn't even like a black and white issue, And I feel like the same thing. If Russia wants to come at us, or come after Ukraine, which will in turn have a problem with us, I don't feel as if there'll be a black and white divide.
Mm-hmm.
Now, living while the war is going on between those countries, of course, would make I think life a little harder as far as well, things are already going up, astronomically now,
Inflation.
so I think that with the war happening, it'll just go up even more.
Yep.
But explain that to me though, man. How do you feel about the whole how do you feel it would affect us?
So this is how I feel the war is going to affect us. Inflation is about to go up further. So I didn't really know what inflation was, to be quite honest, until I really did my research on it by reading like a lot of articles about inflation and watching some YouTube videos too. I ain't no fucking economic professor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to act like I am. But due to all the money that's been printed by the federal government to give us the ability to provide stimulus checks, provide helping with government programs, and by helping stimulate the economy in general, we got to pay that shit back some way or another. So inflation calls for us to pay more for goods because you have more of a cost it takes to get a product from the factory to the shelf. That's like the easiest way to put it. So if gas costs more, that means it costs more for a truck to get from point A to point B. And that cost, right, gets added to our end product. You don't see it per product. You see it when you go to the motherfucking checkout line and you be like, yo, I used to spend $150 for groceries. Now I'm spending $220. And that's what this how this war is going to affect us because it's causing us to have limited gas supply and certain products that they make in Ukraine and Russia that we actually rely on actually are just stopping. So we have to use those reserves. What was you going to say, Wayne?
I feel like that's just people passing the buck along and passing the blame along. That whole,
Yeah,
inflation.
it
Like I
is.
understand, like
It
that
is.
may be the meaning of it, but it's like, oh yeah, we had to pay this trucker more, and
So
the
we got
trucker had
paid.
to
So
pay
you
this
got we got
worker
to charge
more,
you
and you
more.
got to.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I think when it comes down to that, I think that's absolute bullshit. I think at the end of the day, it's just people just want more money in their pockets, and I think we've complained about having $15 an hour. We're finally getting $15 an hour, and now they're raising shit up so we won't feel us having that $15 an hour.
That's a part of
I
it
think
too.
that's even more simple than just saying, yeah, this costs more, that costs more, that. Because if that's the case, then nobody's to blame for it, and it's going to keep happening, and there becomes no one that we could talk to about it as a country. Or they say go to your councilman or go to your governments and everything like that. But if it keeps saying, oh, it's not us, it's the grocers, and the grocers not us, it's the truckers, and, oh, it's not us, it's the store, then then we'll have nothing to ever have to nobody to ever go to try to fix these things, man. So I just think it's just one of those American things where if you just pass it along to someone else, then hey, whatever. It's just one of those things you got to live with. But
But
that's about inflation. I don't want to
it's
go
not
ahead.
it's not one issue, it's multiple things. So it's layers of it. So what you stated is also a layer. We're costing as more people getting paid more per hour. But then this is the other part that's really crazy. The great resignation is a part of it. The great resignation means that people that worked uh let's say jobs in the service industry. And what I mean by that is like worked at fast food restaurants, restaurants in general, worked at grocery stores, worked at any type of customer facing store. They have seen that workforce decrease by 30% in the past year because people would rather go and work at jobs where they can work from home. So statistically, you have seen more people that used to be in the retail space or just that working space actually move over to jobs where they can work from home or work virtual. And you've seen people that had like regular jobs be like, you know what, I quit. And just taking their savings, taking their retirement and retiring early, or just leaving the workforce altogether for different opportunities where they start their own business. That also causes inflation to have problems. And what the war is going to do is the cause for us to have higher cause for inflation because shit costs more because you have two warring countries that provide a lot of our resources fighting each other. And like Cameron said, that's capitalism at its finest. But we live in a capitalistic society. It is what it is.
Now, with the Great Resignation,
Yup.
doesn't that also mean that there's more job opportunities? Because if these people are just losing and drop are not losing, but quitting their jobs and just
Moving
dropping
to
like
different
flies,
jobs.
right? There's more opportunities open elsewhere, but still, you said a great resignation is an issue. I don't see how that can be. Well,
Think
I guess
about it
if there
like
are
this,
less,
bro.
if there are less workers to bring the
There
products
you
to the
go.
store, you got to pay them more. I see. Yeah, I may
There's,
see that.
but also you got quality control. So have you been
Yeah,
to a store recently and you be like, yo, my order's fucked up, my food's fucked up, whatever you bought is just fucked up. You can't find nobody to talk to in the store. Have you experienced that?
yeah. Especially like people being slow. It's not as fast as it used to be.
So in the comments, put in the comments if you have experienced that. Everyone that's watching the live, let us know. Have you experienced a longer wait times, longer service times? Because I guarantee everyone has. And the reason why is because less people want to do those fucking jobs. And that has all to do with COVID. Then you find out and you go on Indeed or whatever, you're like, holy shit, bro. I can get a job today working from the crib. Yeah, I'm doing customer service and I'm getting paid a little bit more or a little bit less, but I'm at the house and I
Yeah.
ain't got to fuck around with nobody. I ain't got to talk to nobody in person. Wouldn't you do that? Certainly, if you've been
Yeah, I
undervalued
would.
your whole life.
Yeah, I would.
So that causes inflation to increase too. So it's all just, it's a million factors of why this shit is happening. And the war is going to cause it to get worse.
Yeah. So, about the war, would you? I wouldn't consider this a full-on war just yet. Do you think it has the? Do you think it can get there? Do you think that this is because anytime something like this happens, it's
Mm-hmm.
always the next World War III, the next
Yep.
Hiroshima, the next this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that this can be the next war or a war?
Yeah, I think this could be the start of World War III, and this is the reason why. Russia and China are real tight. They be taking pictures like they rappers and shit. They both presidents, they be sitting there like this together. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Taking pictures that you at meetings and shit like that. They be having meetings just to talk and have dinner. These motherfuckers ain't talk about nothing important. But they are the three major powers in the world, right? Or one of the four. So you got us, America. That's Mexico and Canada too. I consider us all that, right? North America, right? Then you got Great Britain, so that's England, Amsterdam, Denmark, Ireland, all that shit.
Yeah.
And then you got motherfucking Russia, and then you have Asia, which is like China, North Korea, South Korea. Even though they're not connected, let's just say that's like one big thing, right?
All right.
We're already having a conflict and having issues with Russia. Only thing that has to happen is for China to join in, which they have the propensity to do because they mad cool with Russia. That's world war. If let's say Russia says fuck that, we are going to take over Turkey or whatever, another country that borders them. We're going to go ahead and do that. And let's say they win this war against the Ukraine, they get a battery in their back. That's it. We cannot allow Russia to attack an ally and us not to respond in kind. And
Right.
we're going to. And we're going to respond with boots on the ground. And if it gets worse, we're going to respond with bombs. Not to mention what the fuck would happen with the Middle East, which is now mostly controlled by the Taliban.
So look here. So look. So we're in that space. We're in that little rock and a hard place, that conundrum where we're like,
Mhm.
we have to protect this country that we sworn to protect, but also if we do, they have the crazy gas, the silly gas, the you know what I mean,
Mustard
they
gas.
got the so what do you think if you were
Uh-huh.
president fearless?
Yeah.
What do you do? Do you still go after Russia and help Ukraine and call their bluff, or do you like, I don't know, I guess bring some boots to the ground for Russia or for Ukraine towards
Mhm.
Russia, and then bring some other boots towards Russia to try to find this knockout juice, this silly gas, or this whatever it is. Like, what do you do? What do you do in your expertise? Because me, I tell you, like, look, I'd probably leave it alone because it's like you have to deal with this one country over here. You said you protect, true enough, but you may be damaging like the whole fucking country and world and everything. You know, you're gonna turn us into a dystopia. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But I mean, like, what do you do?
All right, so before we go on, everybody make sure y'all like the video if you're watching. It helps us with the algorithm.
Like, subscribe, and
If
comment.
you're not
Please comment
subscribed,
like you already are.
appreciate that. So let's go into the
Hmm.
comments real quick. So Marty said definitely, but I'm impatient. So I'm as patient as fuck, so I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah.
So when he's dealing with the service, he leaving, and Courtney second that, so it makes sense. And Cameron said people ain't waiting for $3 or ain't waitering or working for $3 an hour as a waiter, which is correct. Certainly when you dealing with motherfuckers that's acting like you are an essential worker when COVID first hit, people still remember that shit. That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
And now you gotta wear a mask and you gotta deal with these fuck people, and these people still acting like assholes. They even worse now. They even worse. People are worse because they've been stuck in their house and they lost their fucking mind. So they think that they can just say and do whatever the fuck they want. Man, hold up, real quick. I had a motherfucker at work tell me he gonna ask to speak to the manager because we ran out of soup.
Oh, he carrying you? You got Karen, bro?
This is how worse it got, though. We almost had a real situation. I almost got in trouble.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all, we ain't got no soup, but we got this lobster biscuit, whatever, this corn chowder shit, whatever.
Delicious.
And he was just like, oh, let me taste it. We ain't supposed to give it out no samples because of COVID, but fuck it. He tasted it. He was like, oh, this is banging. I'm getting this. Then he was like, you know what? Let me tell you about something. He wanted to receive me. He said, as a black man, I feel like our race relations have issues. The first thing he wanted to talk to me about besides the soup was me being black. Then he wanted to tell me about how there's this candidate that's similar to Trump, but she's a black lady for some shit called Strong America. This dude was bugging. I don't know if he was drunk, lifted, but he seemed like he was just a normal dude, some normal white guy. But in the service industry, you got to deal with people like that constantly. People that are Looney Tunes, man. And it's like, what are you going to do? Like, if I chop him in his fucking throat and lose my job, other people could find out about that and I could be in trouble. And I mean, I could get arrested because of something some goofy said. So that's my whole point, bro. That's why people quit them jobs and they rather work from home so they don't have to be around society. Not to mention, most of my coworkers are lunatics at the
You
job that
know,
I work at besides my main place.
you
So
know what I think? I think he got comfortable with you. Like after
how? I
he
only even talking to him for 2 fucking minutes.
because now let me go back to the story. You say he wanted a specific type of soup. You didn't have it. He almost called the manager. You offered some other soup. He said he liked it, and he went ahead and got that soup, and then started talking to you. Right?
About black things.
You're right. So that's what I think it is, man. I think that after like him causing the scene and realizing like hey, damn, I fucked up. I really didn't have to act like this. This guy didn't offer me a different kind of soup that I like. So now I feel comfortable enough to speak to him about some black shit or what he thinks is black shit. So yeah, and then second of all, you say he could have been lifted. I ain't never smoked no weed that made me be like, yo, Trump is making sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've never smoked no weed and be like, man, Candace Owens is bad, man. Ooh, man, I'm a tweet. Never in life, bro. Now some alcohol may have you doing that. You know what I
which
mean?
is
But
which is possible because you can get a
word,
which is
word.
possible. So I had to let him know, like, yo, man, I mean, I don't really want to talk about this shit. I'm at my job. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the info, but I'm out. I had to walk away from this dude, and he's still trying to talk to me. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, man. First of all, don't try to white explain nothing to me. You lost your fucking mind. But anyway, back to the war. What I would do if I was Putin or not Putin, if I was Biden,
Yeah.
I basically do what he's doing. You really can't do shit besides sanction them. Technically, Ukraine is not us. They're not an ally. I mean, what you gonna do? Like, if we go out there, we're gonna have war, man, and we ain't ready for that. We just left the fucking war. We just left the Middle East. We need some time to like let our people that got PTSD get better. Like, we need time to chill with that shit. We literally have a lot of problems here, but
No, no, I disagree with you on that. Well, I agree with you. I agree with you. But for the ones who already have PTSD unfortunately, I believe that they're already gone. I don't think that's anything that you can really get rid of. You can get medication for it, but
No, you can do therapy. I know a lot of
can
people
you?
that got PTSD. Yeah, my
Yeah,
best friend Bob, he has that shit, and he's gotten better. I
he's
mean,
got okay.
he he's supposed to be taking his pills and stuff, but he's more mildly adjusted. But you always gonna have those triggers. Triggers are
Mhm.
gonna be there, but it's not you going out and shooting people
Right.
or you fucking up your family and can't be around nobody. Nah, he runs the whole label and everything.
And also that there's always fresh blood. Every
Yeah,
day somebody turns 18, bro.
they ain't
And
lying,
it's
bro.
every day somebody turns 18. And here in the South, people always gung-ho for the America and the country. So if their little 18-year-old comes up to them like, Father, I would like to join the United States military service. Like, I'm proud of you, son. And now that's another one that's gonna get PTSD in a few years. You know what I mean? So it's like a revolving door. So you don't need to get those that already have PTSD, that have already been to war. You can let them chill. There's some new fresh blood over here that you don't care about that you can send out there, man.
And people join the military every day, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
afraid of. Is like war affects our youth, and it actually goes down generational shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, there was a scientific experiment that was done. I think Harvard University. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. It was Boston University or some shit. They actually did a study where they saw that the reason why the 60s and the 70s had so many serial killers was because of World War II. And those men coming home with PTSD that was unresolved because we didn't know what that shit was back then, right? And
Mm-hmm.
spreading that shit towards the youth, the children. So the men had crazy fathers, right? That's war torn, beating them, abusing them, all this type of shit. Mothers that didn't want to pay attention to them because they might have, war sex, come back from the war, have sex, you get pregnant, boom. You know what I mean? Like, it happened a lot. The baby boomers and shit. That shit
Mm-hmm.
happened. Them kids don't get all the support they need. They might be born with something. Perfect recipe for serial killers. Have you noticed that we haven't had a lot of them since then? Since the World War II, people stopped having kids. We've actually seen a decrease of it. There's a few, but there's not like prolific numbers. Look that shit up, bro. That's crazy. And I don't want war to spark that in our country because it does have a down effect, man. It affects generations.
Um,
Oh, Marty said in the comments, he said white splained. Yes, that's a new word. I'm coining it. Don't do that to me. So go ahead.
so again, not saying that you're not wrong. I'm sure there are some instances, some
It's a lot,
cases.
nigga. That's a whole bunch.
I still kind of feel like that's a reach. So I do, like I said, I do feel like there are some cases like something like that will happen. But
I mean,
this is
look
gonna
at it
sound weird. This is
statistically.
gonna sound. Hold on. This is gonna
Go
sound
ahead.
weird,
Go
but I
ahead.
don't think like that's. I'm trying to figure out how to say it without sounding crazy. I don't feel like that's a big enough reason to think about to not want to go to war.
God
Like, of
damn.
course, I don't know. See. Like, I'm not saying that I want to go to war. I'm not saying that those
You
stories
seem
that you're
like you
saying.
do.
No, listen to me. Listen to me. What I'm trying to say is you're finding little things like oh
Little
this
things. That's a big thing, bro. Go ahead.
in the grand scheme of war.
Uh-huh.
In the grand scheme of war, there will be some families who have some children that may turn out to be serial killers. Out of 100,000 families that may have to deal with someone who goes to war,
You're
there
gonna
may
have
be
three.
like 3 or 4, right?
That's gonna be killers.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think that that's enough to make that a reason to be
Not go to war.
afraid to go to war. No, to
Right.
be I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know.
I know what you're
I
trying to
know
say,
what I'm
bro.
saying, but I can't really
I know
follow. Yeah, yeah,
you
right.
can't articulate it because you
Right.
can't. You're trying to defend serial killers and
And war.
war.
Right.
So you basically just, I fucked you up with that one. My fault. My whole point is this is really my point though, honestly. I don't want there to be a World War III because it seems like us are going to be the first people that's going to be out there. And I ain't talking about me and you. I'm talking about minority folks. They always take, because, they be like, oh, you go to college, we get drafted more. They take minority folks and they put them out there. But they take Americans in general and they usually take the youth.
Yeah.
And I don't want our youth to get destroyed by that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want our youth to get even more comfortable with guns and blowing niggas' heads off because that shit come back, and these motherfuckers come back, and you see school shootings and things like that. This war, if it continues to go on, this conflict, because Russia is basically moving to the capital, this shit might be over next week. Honestly, it might be done, and there's nothing we can do about it. But if it continues to go on and they continue to war, you can see products getting more expensive here in America. You're going to see the cost of homes continue to go up. Like, I'm trying to buy a house next year, right? First quarter of next year. I'm trying my best. I really want to buy a fucking building, but I don't think I can convince Courtney to move into no goddamn building where we got to fix it up. Because she ain't that type person. She wants to be comfortable. Bro. She don't want me up in this bitch banging at 4 o'clock in the morning trying to put this drywall up. You know what I'm saying? But that's my type of thing. But it's going to be so much harder to get a house, so much harder to even like build a home because materials cost more. That's what how this war is going to affect Black America. It's going to, because we live paycheck to paycheck, right? Most of us. Imagine now you got to pay even more money for shit. It's not good, man. This shit needs to end. I hope it does not continue on. And it's just, it's to the point where I know we're going to have to pay even more for gas because gas is almost $1.20 a barrel. And that's the scary part. More for gas, all of that shit. Cameron said the PJs. So I'm just saying, like, if you really, really think about it, bro, there's nothing that we can do right now like Biden in the country. What he's doing is the best he can. Put them sanctions on his ass. Hope he doesn't move to something else, because if he do, or if he keep talking mad slick, we might have to get involved. And I don't think they want that. They act all tough and all that bullshit, but they don't really want the smoke. We got lasers and shit that could just fuck up everything. So, I mean, I don't know, bro. Do you think that World War III might be happening?
No.
After COVID?
I don't think so. And it's only because it just feels like we want it to happen. That's like we're calling it to happen.
Yeah, social media is.
Yeah. This could be World War III and World War III this, and like when it happens, we're like, see, I told you. But no, we shouldn't say that it's going to happen. We shouldn't wish for it to happen, because saying it is kind of wishing for it to happen. But no, I don't think it's gonna. Right? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a World War III. I don't know, man. Like I said, I feel like they need to just send somebody to kind of go after Putin's head. I know there's going to be a little. I think that even if we go at Putin, let's just say we got him
around him,
right? There's more people behind him.
Yeah,
but I feel like Putin is the one. Like once he's gone, like other people,
the government,
the majority of the people will. Everybody else will just kind of crumble. It's like when Trump left, or as Trump was leaving, everybody else just kind of
dipped off,
failed
before he left.
Yeah. And I think the same thing will kind of happen.
That's a good point,
I don't think there's
bro.
anybody strong enough to really take the reins of Putin. Honestly, I just feel like Putin is. I've always kind of wondered how somebody can be an asshole like that every single day, like on some Hitler shit. You know what I mean? And I think it's you have to kind of
every single day.
Yeah, you have to tell yourself you have to get yourself in an asshole mind frame every day. You got to wake up, be like, well,
fuck
time to kill some people for no reason. Time to
starve my whole country.
Yeah. It's weird, bro. I don't. So yeah, I think that's some shit that he taught himself how to do. You got to teach yourself to not care. You have to be something in life. You have to care.
He's from the KGB, man. The motherfuckers is basically terrorists. Like to the community though. Russia has one of how we have like the 1% there, like here in America we got the 1%, right? That make most of the money in the whole United States. Over there it's like 0.00001% makes all the money, basically. Putin and his peoples. But there's like uber rich people out there, like Bugattis, or like Toyotas to their ass, you know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing. It's like a Kia. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it is, man. Like they got billions of dollars. So they don't want him to give up power because that could fuck up their bottom line. And it's just like
who is they? Who is they?
The people that's in like the Russian government. And
all right, because I'm sure it's definitely not the people who live there, man. Because I'm pretty sure that the citizens get up, they right arm to get rid of that guy, man.
So this is something else that's going on in Russia. The people that are protesting the war are actually getting killed at the protests by the Russian, police.
Right.
So you can't even protest over there. Like you gonna die, bro.
Yeah.
Like by the cops though, and it's justified. Like they ain't going to jail. Like you know
Yeah.
how we got like Black Lives Matter and everything over here, and we try to hold the police accountable. They fuck up, we surround their house. You know, remember how we did to that white lady? We surrounded her crib. Was like, don't be afraid now. Come outside, bitch. We ain't gonna hurt you. Like you can't do that, which I thought was hilarious. Come on outside.
Man.
We just want to talk. They're trying to fuck her up. So you know what I'm saying?
Yo, for the record, too, anybody who's listening who may not know, I'm sorry to cut you off, Phyllis. I just want to help
Yeah.
people out. Anytime somebody says to you, yo, come here, I just want to talk to you. They don't want to talk to you, bro.
Yeah,
They're going to fuck you up. Stay where you are. I'm telling you right now. You've said some ugly shit or you've done some shit and you're about to get your ass whooped.
I'm pretty
They
sure
do not want to talk.
everyone that's listening to this right now, they know that. Just look at the names in the chat and you will figure that out. I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean,
these niggas done said it.
Yeah,
these
they
niggas
cool.
in the chat.
They're the ones that be
yo,
saying,
come
yeah,
here, bro. Come here real
people
quick.
that's in the chat, the ones like, yo, come here. They the ones. So let's just get that out the way. But yeah, man, like, what should people do if this war continues to go on? Like
There's
us as
nothing we
Americans.
can do. There's nothing we can do.
But there actually is a few things we might want to do for us, not to help the war out, you know what I'm saying? But like,
which
for
is
us.
what? No, that's what I mean. For us, there's nothing we can do. But what do you say?
So I would say, you know, be economical with your money.
It's hard to do.
That
it's
is
like
true.
You said. Okay.
That's true. But instead of going like, you know what I mean, to Walmart for like necessities, you might want to, or, you know, jumping on Amazon, you might want to just, you know, pull back from like extra expenditures, save your money up a little bit more. Make sure you got some money in the savings if you can do it. Don't buy a lot of extra shit that you don't really need. You know what I mean? You don't need them new pack of drawers. Use them old drawers. I'm saying,
What the fuck you talking about, nigga? What?
Use them old socks. I don't know. You know what I mean? Don't buy that new mic. I don't know what the fuck you got going on over there. But like, you know, maybe we want to shop at Aldi's, or if you up north, maybe shop at Save a Lot. You know, instead of going Ralph's like they do over in LA and shit, you know what I mean? So my LA people that's on the call, maybe, you know what I'm saying? See, look at Marty. Marty said, "Fearless, come here. I just want to talk." See, you see what I'm saying? Those are the niggas that saying that. It ain't They don't need no warning. they the troublemakers. Anyway, what I was saying is like y'all might want to just pull back your money and save some more money. You know, of course, buy, you know, some of our merch. You know what I'm saying? Be fair. Buy some of our merch, you know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, man, you saying cutting back on money, nigga. We trying to get some money.
Right.
You got to make up your mind, bro.
I'm just saying, be careful with everything you spend in extracurricular. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like money's going to get a little bit more tighter.
Definitely will.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you get like your tax return or whatever, whatever the fuck you got going on, you might want to save some of that shit because money might get a little tighter. Certainly if like the cost of everything start going up, you know, instead of you driving everywhere, you might want to take a little brisk stroll if you can, you know what I mean? Walk to the store if possible. Of course, keep your banger with you like me, but, you know, walk to the store and other things like that. Ride the fucking bike or ride the bus or something because shit might get more expensive. I feel like if this shit continues to go on, this could be a whole year type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to just make sure you're careful with your money, save some money, put some shit up, pay your bills off as soon as possible, and just sit on the rest of that shit. Limit the going out, limit the bars, limit the clubs, limit the strippers, limit that shit for a little bit, bro, until the shit is over. Because, like Cameron said, capitalism, and like you said, Wayne, they can use this as a reason to make shit go up for real. Like the prices of everything go up.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel like this war is going to affect us as minority Americans.
Is that it? Like, I mean, you got anything else? Just save the
money. I mean, save your money up and be, you know, frugal. Okay. Because it's nothing we can do in terms of the war effort besides support the people, like, you know, the Ukrainian people. You know what I mean, I wish I could send some guns over to the motherfuckers, but honestly, bro, they don't need it. Every person I see, even the kids, got bangers. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like you can't leave Ukraine if you are of a certain age. I think if you're under the age of 55, you cannot leave Ukraine right now. You got to fight. Yeah, bro. So people like women and kids, they leaving their dads and shit.
Right.
and they brothers and being like, yo, you gotta stay, y'all gotta fight. They giving everybody a gun and y'all gotta fight. This is crazy. This
Right.
shit's happening in the modern day.
So you made me think. You made me think of something. You were saying how people should save their money, and that made me think. I think fuck it, spend your money. Because we don't know if this shit is gonna come across
Yeah,
here. we don't
yeah.
we don't know if America's gonna jump in. Biden may grow a backbone and on some Trump shit and be like, we'll join you, we'll do it, we said we would, we're gonna do it. Then now there's a 200,000 of us that has to go over there and help them out. You know what I mean?
Woo!
So now my thing is, and
Mm.
I have brothers that are in the military. My family that's some of my family's in the military. And no, yeah. So I kind of feel like the opposite. Go out and have fun, spend your money, have unprotected sex. Because this may be the
What?
last of the last, bro. This could be the
Oh,
last of the
if this
last,
is like
man.
the end of the world, you're saying like
Yeah,
is this
I
World War
mean, just
Three?
like on some don't look up type shit. Like we don't know what's gonna happen. Like you said, they can send people from Russia. Russia can send people over here. They can send people over here at any time. They may be over there and win it over in Ukraine, God forbid. But they could be winning in Ukraine and feel froggy and be like, yo, let's send some people to America and see what the fuck happens. You
Oh,
know what I
fuck.
mean? So I
Fucking
mean, then everything that we're saying did come true. So now we stacking up on this money, but shit, nigga, we didn't do anything with it. So I'm kind of stuck in that middle again, a rock and a hard place of yes, you do have to save your money for rainy days or rainy wars. But my nigga, you still want to go out and do some shit because you never know. Like tomorrow could be it. Like this nigga Putin can go off, and nobody's big enough to just blast this nigga's head off. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I'm starting. I'm save your money, but go out and have some fun. That's what I don't know, man.
That's you give people double advice, man. You
Yeah,
gotta pick a side, Wayne. I don't know
yeah,
why it's so hard for you today. He's just like, I don't know.
yeah.
I honestly and thanks, Marty. He said y'all should make this a 2-hour joint. We would, bro. We would, bro. But we got some other shit to do. You know what I
Word,
mean?
man.
We gotta record some other apps,
We
man. But we
appreciate you
appreciate that.
enjoyed it,
Yeah,
man.
thank you,
Yeah. If
bro.
look, like you say this, Marty. It said that's who it is, Marty.
Yeah, that's Marty. But
All right. So if you enjoyed this, you can always listen to our previous episodes on YouTube and anywhere your free podcasts are sold. That's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, all of that stuff, man. So if you haven't listened to all our other episodes, Marty, we greatly appreciate that.
oh, he be
You know,
listening because he
yeah.
listened. He was on one of our last episodes. He commented some crazy shit. You had said something about who you said, Aretha Franklin or something. I forgot who you said was. We was. Let me go back to it real fast, y'all. My bad. Let me see what we got. He
Damn, now you got
said,
me thinking, man.
God damn, I forgot we got them weird ass people that we responding about all that Hitler shit.
Yeah,
Oh, you said Donna Summers on our last live. You
I
because
did.
we was talking about how how drill music is getting blamed
Mhm.
for the violence in New York. And you was and I was like, well, they was killing niggas in the 60s and 70s and 80s too. So what you talking about? And you was like, yeah, they doing drive-bys to Donna Summers. That's what you said. So, yeah. He be up on here, man. So I appreciate it, bro.
Word, man. Thanks for the love, man. We appreciate it.
But yeah, yeah, try to ban drill music. You lost your goddamn mind. So yeah, you know what's crazy? 3 years ago, a Russian submarine was outside of Washington because Washington D.C. is on the river and shit.
Mhm.
Ocean, Atlantic Ocean shit. They were out there in the Atlantic Ocean. We don't even know about all the skirmishes that America be having with Russia on the low that people don't even talk about because a lot of this is classified. Man, we had beef with them. Fuck the Cold War. We had beef with them forever. For real, since Anastasia and shit.
Mhm.
Little y'all know about that, but
I remember the Disney movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
the word.
Her ass died. Don't listen to that movie. She died. I'm just saying. But anyway, we've had beef with Russia, the Soviet Union forever. Spy movies, all that bullshit. All that shit just a little percentage of what we have going on. So I would not be surprised. I mean, the Japanese came over here and bombed Pearl Harbor. I wouldn't be surprised if they come over here. I wouldn't be surprised they have Russian agents over here. Come on, are you crazy? Of course, there's Russian sleeper cells all over the country.
Yeah.
Just because it's 2020, 2022, whatever fuck year it is, doesn't mean that we still can't get attacked by terrorists and all of that shit. the only deterrent that I think in terms of America and the other superpowers is when it comes to money, because the Russian stock market, their stock exchange, really, 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 really got fucked up because of this war.
Mm.
So that's a big problem. Like for real. Marty stupid. He said, remember that cooking coke to Dom Summers. Come on, man.
For real, I remember that shit. Niggas was like, let's dance for love. I don't even know how to cook it up. I'm just doing this. I don't know what I'm doing, bro. I
Don't
don't
worry
know what
about
I'm
it.
doing.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Wait, as always, just like our shirt say, we getting banned. We don't never be able
Yeah.
to monetize anything. Thanks a lot, y'all. Damn. Trying to
Yo,
just
we
get
need to make
$2.
a new Scully hat, man, that has the logo and
Banned.
just has like a big band like slapped across it, just like how you did
Demonetized.
on
That's
the
what we
hoodie.
need to put
Yeah.
on there. Yeah, we definitely gonna do
Yes,
that.
yes,
Demonetized.
yes. Hell yeah, man.
Ad, was it ad suitable or whatever they be saying? What they be saying? Ad sustainable. What they be saying on there, Wayne? I
I
forgot
think it
what's.
is sustainable. I think it is
Yeah,
ad suitable
only
or
certain
sustainable.
ads. We only can do
Yeah.
like Viagra ads and shit like that. That's the only thing they put on our videos.
It's fine with
Anyway,
me, nigga. Hey, we'll
but
take
yeah,
that
man.
quarter.
Yeah, we'll take that little 10 cent. So, for real though, when it comes to the war though, man, that's what I think. Like, it's going to affect us. When it comes to the money, we ain't going to jump into none of this shit, but it's going to affect us because of exports and because of the tariffs and shit like that. And as Americans, certainly in the minorities, anytime anything goes up, the cost of anything goes up, man, it fucks with us.
Yeah.
And it's about to be summertime, right? We all about to start traveling. I know we gonna be traveling. Me and Courtney, we drive all over the fucking United States of America. So that's just gonna affect us too when it comes to the price of gas. And it's just gonna make it real harder and tighter for us to continue to grow and buy more things and do more things that we really want to do. And that's the reason why I feel like this war is important. And if it continues to escalate, man, that shit is going to affect us more and more. And if we do got to go to war, it's going to be our black asses out there. And that's the problem. And that's the reason why this shit is really, really dangerous.
See, but I think it'll be they white asses out there as well. But
yeah, everybody
will
out
be
there.
more so. We will be more so if not made to do it, then we have to do it because of poverty or our standing or whereas there are some Caucasian people who do it because my friends
American
are over
pride.
there
Yeah.
like they'll do that shit for free. You
American
know what I
pride.
mean? So yeah, I think that the situations where either side, either white or black people decide to join is a little different. One is out of necessity, the other one's out of
Yeah, I agree, man. And I
word.
stupid. I'm already crazy.
Oh, for real, but what would you do, man? For real, what do you do? Do you save? Do you spend? Like we talked about this last week. It's like the Kanye cover, Life of Pablo. Like, what do you want? You want the big booty chick or you want the family? You know what I mean? Like, what do? You stuck in the middle. I don't know, man.
Nah, man, I'm saving my bread. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely, buy more weapons and buy more protection. You know what I'm saying? You laughed at me for having gas masks. Watch this, some shit happens over here. Then you're gonna be wanting to come over here. Nah, nigga. Nope. You laughed at me.
Okay, now I was
you
about
can
to ask
come over,
that.
bro. You know you can come over.
I know I can come over, but will you let me in? That's the
Of
question.
course. Yeah. Because I'm
All
going
right.
to give you a gun and be like, you stay here. You sit your ass. You point at that. If that door moves, ain't no conversation. Brrr, that's it. Like, just like Griselda. You just go ahead and aim and shoot, bro. Nah, man. But I would be very surprised if any of that stuff happens over here because America makes so much money for so many different people in so many different countries.
Yeah.
And we make like certain, even just us as African American, he said, oh, fuck it, Wayne, got ideas. We coming to y'all house.
Yeah, word.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's just like we have so many things that we provide as Americans, man. I just don't feel like we will ever have war here in our country. And we haven't been technically invaded since what, 1776 or some shit. They ain't coming over here. You know what I mean? That's you crazy. And plus,
but see, you need to think about it on the other end as well, though. We haven't been invaded since 1776. So what we about due? It was that 300, 400 years, man. So we about due. So, and if anybody's crazy enough to do it, why not Putin? You know what I mean?
He can try, but I just feel like that would be the dumbest shit ever.
I don't. I remember when
I can just imagine. I'm just real quick. Imagine a tank going through the bluffs,
yeah,
or fuck it, going through like Brooklyn, shit, going through North Side, where I'm from,
yeah.
going through Compton. They gonna fucking die. They gonna die.
Yeah.
Everybody's dying. We gonna kill everybody. So I just don't understand like
No, no,
how
no,
you
no.
even could think that.
No, bro. What can niggas in Compton do to a tank?
I mean, you saw what they did over there, and they barely have advanced weaponry. So what
I don't think we're any competition for a tank, bro. Like they
I'm just
live that life over there. You know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
look.
I
We
know it was
have
just an example, but
it's an example, but we have 30 guns to every person in America. 400 million people or 450 million people here, right? So that
yeah,
means we have over a billion weapons. Every weekend we have a gun show here in Texas, in my area. So imagine Houston, San Antonio, and Austin. You know what I'm saying? Like there's weapons and there's shit in the hood that you won't believe, bro. You won't believe. Grenades, real grenades. And they're like, this ain't no game, bro. They warn in the streets. Imagine if you come through here and you a foreign power talking about we taking over. You fucking up money.
yeah.
Like you fucking up bread, bro. You fucking up everything. See, he can come on to this house first. I got something for him, real nice. So, but bro, I don't know, man. The war is only thing we could do is support these people. I hope everybody's safe over there in Ukraine. People dying left and right, man. But we could just have to support them any way we can, and just be careful and be safe, just in case this shit does escalate, man. So, Wayne, you want to go ahead and end it there, bro?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and support them the best way I know how to, and that is through Twitter and hashtags. I am
Word.
with you. I'm with you. I'm with you in spirit,
That's the
man. But
only
there's
thing we
not
can
much
do,
else I
bro.
can
For real,
do.
for real.
You
Yeah,
know,
man. I
that's
mean,
this is crazy.
we could try to give some money, but they Marty said they say free killing. Let's
Are
go.
they gonna get it?
You know what?
Are they gonna get it? You know.
Mario on here wilding. He said they say free killing. Let's go.
Um,
Oh my god. Go ahead, Wayne. Let's go ahead.
but nonetheless, though, thank you guys for tuning in to another live stream of the You Feel Me podcast. You can
Oh,
find this
shoot.
episode and all our past episodes on youfeelmepodcast.com. That's our own personal website. Please go out and check that out, guys. You can also check us out on Linktree that has all of our links there. Link to our own personal website, youfeelme.com. Also, link to YouTube. You go to youtube.com, put in You Feel Me Podcast in the search bar, see our lovely faces. Click on that. We drop every Friday at 11 a.m. Also, we drop every Saturday. You're listening right now at 12 p.m. for the live stream. Twitter, you could find us and reach us at You Feel Me Cast on Twitter. On IG is at You Feel Me Pod. We're on TikTok. You Feel Me Podcast on TikTok as well, and Facebook groups. You can find us on Facebook groups. We're communicating with the other podcasts, trying to shake hands, kiss babies with you guys, man. Hopefully, you guys do the same thing with us. Where else? Anywhere your free podcast or so. We're on Stitcher, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts,
Overcast.
Overcast. Most importantly, Overcast is the main one. If you download the Overcast app, after you download the app, you go into it, you type in You Feel Me Podcast, download one of our episodes, and we get a little kickback for that. So we both get to leave the house happy. You know what I mean? Also, Patreon, Patron. We're on Patreon. We got 3 different levels. We got the $2 level, the $5 level, the $20 level. You get something for each one of those levels. I think Fearless said it best, man. Like, why do y'all have a Patron page? Money, 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 bro. We need the money. We need the paper. So we're gonna take all of you guys' money and we're gonna harbor it, and we're gonna sit on it, and we're gonna save. And when Putin comes, he's going to get you guys because you spent all of your money instead of going out and having fun, and we have it all, and we're just sitting in it on it, and we're protecting ourselves with it. All right. But also, if you're going to, spend that money on Patreon, spending on this nice little gear as well, You Feel Me podcast.bigcartel.com. Get one of these Getting Jiggy With It hoodies. Get one of these You Feel Me podcast beanies, the You Feel Me podcast band hoodies. We got so many other shirts, so many other things. We got mugs. We got just anything that your pretty little heart desires. Go over there. Check us out. Again, that is You Feel Me podcast.bigcartel.com. Find yourself something nice and pay for it because we greatly appreciate it, man. Fearless. Across from me is Fearless. Is one of the greatest rappers of all time. Jimmy B. Fearless. He dropped 2 albums last year, Fa and Kobayashi. Okay, go listen to those albums. That's on Apple Music. That's on Spotify. That's on Amazon. Anywhere you get your music, any streaming service you get your music, Jimmy B. Fearless will be there. You listen to those albums and you enjoy them.
I think that's it.
Anything? Okay, I'm about to say, man, I think we good, man. I think we good.
that's
Please,
it.
if you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell, rock that bell. We greatly appreciate it, and we greatly appreciate you. Fearless. Say peace to the people, bro.
Peace, man. Thank y'all. Love y'all, man. Be safe out there. Stay strapped, and you already know what it is. Like Marty said, I say free killing. Let's go.
Yo,
Peace.
man, we appreciate the love, the comments, and everything too. So we appreciate y'all there, and we see y'all next week, man. Have a great week. Be safe out there.
Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace.